Hello everyone and welcome to Iracing. It's kind of a bit of a weird intro here really, but because this actually was supposed to be on my main channel several months ago, and hopefully this is actually going to be on the Luke's Racing channel, which hopefully this will be the first video on the channel, so I welcome anyone to this new channel, and hopefully it will be used much more regularly, especially now that I've actually got the steering wheel working, and hopefully I'll be playing much more games like iRacing and stuff. And it's actually going to be a small series. This one is. It's only a 4-race series. I actually did my rookie season, I believe, was on my other channel, so I'll probably put a link in the description to the actual playlist. And what I actually kind of did there is kind of do some very basic tips and stuff. And what I'm going to try and do is kind of do some commentating. It's live commentary, by the way. I'm hopefully going to do it live whilst doing the actual game, which is extremely complicated and it is really weird. So hopefully, as we just start off here, then we're just waiting for the actual thing to go off here. It's a bit weird. I didn't know whether to go start straight away. I was actually always waiting for the car in front to move, but I didn't know he was actually going to go straight into the car in front, basically being the pace car, which is a bit weird there. So not the most smoothest intro of any video ever made so far then, but it will be a 20-lap race of this racetrack, which is Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's actually a track which is commonly used in the starting series, which is actually the same series I did originally. I was kind of hoping to move on to the truck series, which is the Class C trucks, which is basically the next one up above this, but you know, we'll see how that one goes. Here we go. Just getting ready for it, really. It's a lot of work though, it's a tons of work here. Obviously, there's a pace lap. This is actually one of the most in-depth racing simulators you can buy, and that really is, well, okay. We all kind of just accordioned up there really, which is fun. But as I say, this is obviously live commentary, and I'm not too sure if the actual audio is going to be good. I'll have to probably do it on post-editing here, which will be definitely something. But, yeah, people are not very happy with what happened there, obviously. Obviously, wasn't that good. People, I'm just looking at the chat at the moment, which is amazing really. But anyway, here we go, the very first race of the brand new season. I'll probably put it more in the description here because I'm slightly nervous about this because I know it's actually getting recorded. So here we go. I'm on the outside, I'm on road number 2 outside, position 4. 14's gone in inside there, so there's no way I'm probably going to be about 5th by the time we go around to the first corner. So 20 more laps, there we go. Now I actually set the spot, I want to tell me how many laps are left now because, well, I want to be making sure that I'm going to spend, basically it's much harder to do this and commentate at the same time, so I probably won't be making as much sense as a normal YouTuber's video or anything like that because it is a lot of effort. And I might actually be doing a tips kind of video where I might take cutouts of videos and say what should be done here, why this happened and stuff like that, kind of explain to people who are thinking of joining this what kind of skills you need, because I often see new people who first race here and they have no idea what the heck's happening. Here we go, people just saying let's try not to do something we did last time because that was extremely stupid, that qualifying, actually that pace lap, which was obviously quite ridiculous. Now, hopefully this will all be one video, and as I did say in my old videos, I'm going to try and make it the actual shorter, this actual race series will be one video, and any larger actual video basically being in the truck series will hopefully be 2 parts, depending on how long the race will be, how many laps there will be, and how competitive it was, and other sorts of information will kind of be depending on how many parts it will be. But that probably won't be for at least another 8 weeks, I believe, because that season is currently going, and I actually want to start that one from race 1 and hopefully end on race number 12, because this season is only actual 2 technical races, but they repeat them both times. So we have this and United States International Speedway. If you're not too sure of this series and you kind of want to see how this all originated, how I got this far into the race series, how my very first full season went in this series, I definitely advise you to check out my Lucas Gaming channel. As I do say, I will definitely put a link in the description saying where it will be, and the actual playlist and stuff. So hopefully, I actually think that's probably one of my best series ever because I actually knew what I was talking about. In most games I have no idea what I'm doing, but in racing games I like to think I've got some skill. But as some of you may have seen in the previous videos, sometimes I do make quite bad mistakes and quite obvious mistakes. And as you can see here, we're actually in quite a big pack here, which is not good. I like to call this Daytona racing, which if any of you have ever seen Daytona International Speedway, you'll know what I mean by everyone is just on top of each other's back bumpers and stuff here, and one little mistake could involve a huge wreck. people are just complaining about that first lap again, which was quite ridiculous there. But I've actually overtaken that 14 car. He actually went too wide into the corner there. He didn't actually take too much speed into the corner, because this track you can go full out, as you can see on the bottom left-hand screen. You can see the actual acceleration and stuff. You'll occasionally see me get off the accelerator. That's when I get too close to the car behind, and I do not want to go too fast into the back of him, because it will often cause both of us to spin out, and they won't be very happy. So be prepared for some harsh racing over the next couple of months and stuff, especially up until the next season. I'm hoping I won't get force upgraded, which occasionally happens where if you don't do the enough races, they'll try and keep you down to this series. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to be an arsehole by trying to prey on newbies and stuff. I want to do it because I want to get the best series out next time, and I want to have a full season instead of just having half a season, getting into the track and going on their pro. I want to have my very first reactions on the very first race back on the very new series. I want to do that, but as I do say, that'll be several months in the future. So for now, it's just general talking. I know it's an extremely long intro here, but this is probably one of these, I wouldn't say boringish tracks, but I'm saying you need a lot of concentration, but you do not need as half the amount as you need on US International Speedway, because it is I think it's a 1 mile oval, and this is a 1.5 mile oval. Actually, I think it's more like 0.7 miles, something like that. So it's much shorter, and you need to use the brake quite heavily, and it is really fun and exciting. So that's probably one of my favourite ones to date. So here we go. Look, I'm getting off the gas here, making sure I didn't go straight into the back of number 5. Hopefully the cars behind actually realise what's happening here, and they don't go straight into the back of me, because that has happened before. I gave the person in front of me a good courtesy to not drive in the back of him, and sadly they have not repaid the favour, and the guy behind me smashed into the back of me and completely wrecked both of us there. And when people wreck me for stupid reasons, I get really pissing, really annoyed. When I first came back onto this series, I thought I was quite good at it, and I kind of tried to not destroy other people, but people just seem to get in the way often. And as I say, I want to try and make some rookie videos, so hopefully people who get first into the series, first race in the series, they have some good ideas what to do. And hopefully there'll be about 5-minute long video just kind of explaining, like, number 1, what should you do in your first race, what should you do in your first actual race for the lead, and keeping calm, and best tips to avoid crashing, the best tips to avoid annoying other drivers, and hopefully not get involved in too many crashes and stuff. That will be hopefully in the next upcoming weeks. I'll be doing some of them videos, but I assume they'll probably need some editing skills at least to get clips and stuff of what should happen here. I don't know how good editing skills there'll be, whether I'll edit it or I might get someone else to edit it for me. Hopefully someone else will be able to edit it for me, but as I say, I haven't actually got in contact with this person who I think may edit it for me. So as I say, it may be my editing, as some of you guys may know who came from my Lucas Gaming channel. I'm not the best at editing. I'm just kind of the person who's good at just getting a basic video and just putting it onto Sony Vegas and hoping for the best, really. But as you can see, I'm slowly moving my way up through the pack here. I don't want to get involved too heavily. Now, the leader's been quite smart here and also quite stupid. He's actually trying to bumper draft off the back marker, and that could be dangerous because the back marker may not be the best pace, and it could involve in a heavy wreck. So I'm just going to hold off the back of the number 5 car just in case something does happen. Hopefully I'll get enough space to make a move here. And yeah, actually I think that guy isn't trying to bumper draft, he's trying to get over in front of him, and he's saying, "You're a lap driver," and he just gave me a little hit there on the back right fender there. Number 5, I actually know this guy, number 5, I actually saw him a couple of times, and he has a habit of getting... He's actually annoyed people before, because I know people chat to him about, but he's not annoyed me today, and he actually seems to be quite respectful at driving, so I don't see the problem here. But yeah, the guy is definitely getting really annoyed at the guy in front, saying, you know, "You're a lap down, what are you doing?" And of course, I can see a spin happening here, and it's, oh, there we go, like that. Yep, hold it, 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 hold it. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Okay, we're going around, we're going around, we're going around. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Okay, down a gear, down a gear. Down a gear. What place are we in now? 7? Something stupid like that. But we managed to save. There's nothing wrong with the car at the moment, which is good. We had minor damage. I'm just going to try and avoid getting involved with the car behind. The next car is a lap down, so hopefully he won't do anything too stupid. But that was absolutely fucking stupid that guy did. He's a back marker, he should be respectful of that one. That's a back marker, so I'm not going to be too bothered about that one, but that was absolutely ridiculous. I would be typing in-game, but obviously that it does require so much concentration, especially when I'm doing all this, so... Wow, saying deal with it, man. Wow, that guy's just a troll, man. He's trolling everyone out here. The good thing about this is you can actually tell people, if you believe that they've done something really stupid, then you can say, you know, you've done that. You can actually... You can actually kind of say, this guy's stupid, and you'll just... You kind of just tell the people in front, you know, what happened, or how you feel of it and stuff like that. You just say, "Oh, yeah, that happened. I believe that should happen." And it's kind of reporting them, but they can get bans, and the actual guys will look at their logs if it's deemed enough people have reported that guy. And I believe this guy may actually get reported, and because he just typed in the chat deal with it or deal with it, but he kind of meant deal with it, he could actually get more in trouble by actually admitting to what he's done. And especially if people look at the tactometers and actually look at the replays, because replays are occasionally saved, especially if people do report stuff. And that's something else I'm going to try, and if I do one of them instructional videos kind of thing, I will tell you how to avoid stupid incidents like that. I mean, if people are like that is trying to troll you and stuff, trying to get in people's way, then there's nothing you can do about it, which is, yeah, you report him, and I would do the same actually if I can do so. But it's extremely stupid here what he done there. He just kind of got in the way. I probably wouldn't have won that race, but I definitely would have had a good chance of getting in the top 3, possibly taking second position at the end of that one. But as you can see there, if you can look at the bottom right hand corner of the screen, you can see I'm currently in 8th position, so obviously I've dropped down heavily. I was actually in 3rd position when that incident happened, and I was probably about half a second in front of the guy behind me, and almost 0.1 of a second behind the actual guy I was going to overtake, and I'm probably about 0.2 of a second behind the leader, so clearly that kind of fucked up 1st, 2nd, and 3rd race. I don't know if 4th position got away with it scot-free kind of thing, but I hope he kind of did, because I don't want to see many people get involved in stupid incidents like that, because that is just completely and utterly unsporting, and that's one of the things I do advise you to do in this game, is to be sporting, be nice, treat people as if you want to be treated yourself in this, because this is a simulator. It's not stupid random racing games. You do have to have good skills to at least manage to get through the levels and stuff. You need to show you're good at driving. If you're rookie and stuff, you expected to make mistakes, you expected to spin out, and everyone is totally fine if you spin out as you're rookie and say, I apologise, I didn't mean to do that, I'm not aware of that kind of thing. That's fine, even if you take people out and you explain to them, actually, I'm sorry, that was my fault, I'll own up to that one. They may be a bit annoyed, but at the end of the day, if you own up to it, then, there you go. So, people aren't very happy about that one. People are just completely complaining now. There's a big argument here. It's probably one of the most interesting races I've actually done in a long time. I'm actually quite glad I recorded this one. So it's not the best race, but I've actually already scored a lot of points into this series. And these morning races, which is it's not morning, but it's about 3-4 o'clock in the UK time, and the actual big points happen at about 5-6 o'clock at night US time, which is about 10-11 o'clock at UK time. So obviously, if you want to get big points, make sure you race at American times, because the more people that enter a race, the larger the points will be for you. And often, it will work out as, if you're new at this one, you won't get in the big points races, you'll get in the 30-40 points races, which is kind of the beginning. I'll probably go into more into detail about that when I do my videos and stuff. And I know I'm talking a lot about basic information here, but there's no one around me. We've got, we've done 10 laps or so since that guy took us out. And obviously, that kind of thing happens and stuff, and it's probably a good explanation to say, if you are a noob, watch at least watch someone else's, if not mine, and watch someone else's video explaining what to do and stuff, because it is really annoying when you see people not actually being bad, because it's okay to be bad, but when they purposely, or they do something stupid which is easily fixable, when they just make stupid mistakes, which is really implausible, really. When people just drive out to the track going ridiculously low speeds and just completely wreck people. It is just ridiculous, and when stuff like that happens, it is just absolutely... It's not good, let's just say that one. It is not good, and when people do stuff like that, it just annoys not only me, but tons of other people, and you don't want to make enemies, especially when you're working your way out through the series, because you may make an enemy now, and that could work bad for you. I wouldn't say work in your favour, because you need to make allies and that will work in your favour, but if you make enemies, then they may spin you out, they may take you out, they may block you, they'll treat you just like in real life racing. They will treat you completely differently, so you want to make as many friends, quote unquote friends, as possible. And by doing that, you've got to give people room, give people respect, and stuff like that, which obviously didn't happen in this race, which is probably a shining example what not to do in racing. So, obviously, since that happened, it's obviously calmed down a lot now, and we're just cruising around the track here, just randomly going. I've actually quite enjoyed this race, because although we got involved in quite a heavy crash, actually, I didn't get any damage at all, although I may have had a little 1 or 2 mile per hour hit from the front, but obviously I avoided going into the pit lane, I avoided going into the walls, I just kept it on the grass, kept it in a nice high gear, hopefully you know, as you can see what happened there, that's probably a good example for wreck avoidance here. You need to learn good wreck avoidance skills if you plan to do this. Obviously, that'll come with the, people say it'll come with the territory and stuff, which is totally understandable. But luckily, we actually did finish on the lead lap, which is better. It's better than what happened on my very first video, I believe. I think I might have wrecked on my first video on Iracing, not the actual first Super Speed series, which was the actual my series I'm going to send you a link to, but the This Is Iracing video. I believe I probably wrecked several times, and I swore a lot in that video, and I'm trying not to swear because it's meant to be more a family-friendly video, although it may happen during occasions where people spin me out when I get involved in crashes. So I may have audio sworn in this video. I do apologise if that happened. As it's the end of the race, we're just going to lay off the gas, we're just going to let the car roll around. You can actually cheat and just go full actual clutch, which I'm doing here. Just going to let the car roll down here. Also, if you go clutch, you can actually use the brake slightly heavier than usual, which is a kind of a trick you can use here, because if I left the gas and you just use the brake, it makes awful noise and stuff. It actually works slightly better, but it's not. That's not that good. It makes cars spin out better. So that's the end of this first race. So everyone's not very happy here. You can see the actual damage on the front end of my car is quite. I wouldn't say bad, but I would say it's probably affected my aerodynamics here. So people are obviously people aren't very happy about this. Let's just say that one. People are not very happy. So anyway, everyone is pissed off a lot now, and I can see everyone's. People are just really unhappy at the moment. So anyway, end it there. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, you guys, hopefully it'll be more successful for me. Hopefully it'll be more action, and hopefully it'll be a better video all around, because that was just disgraceful, the whole thing around that. Just everyone just actually complete arses and stuff. And yeah, until next time, you guys, thanks for watching, and good.